Hi, I'm Alana. This is Alana Roshin Yoga. Thank you for joining me. This is going to be a short anti-desk sequence, so just a quick one to counteract your day. Some nice wrist stretches, a bit of shoulders, a bit of hips, and a bit of fire for a couple of moments to transition you into your afternoon, evening, or the rest of your day. So first, come to your seat. Maybe sitting on a brick or a cushion. It can be nice, particularly after sitting at a desk all day, to give the hips and the front of the thighs a bit of space. This might get quite tight after being sat in a chair, so give yourself a bit of space. First, just take a really deep inhale. Almost screw up the face, the hands, draw the shoulders towards your ears, and draw up any tension, any leftover to-do lists. And take a hold at the top and a big sigh. Exhale. Let it all go. Inhale, squeeze. Draw everything up, shoulders towards the ears, screw up the face, the toes, and a little hold at the top. Take a big exhale, release. Let it all go. And slowly start to close the eyes. Bring hands in front of you and interclasp the fingers and just start rolling out the wrists. So you're almost drawing figure of 8. With the wrist just feeling into that space. And then keeping the eyes closed, just stretching out each finger one at a time. Pull down on the little finger, the ring finger, and work your way all the way to the thumb. Keeping the eyes closed if you feel comfortable. Just removing any external stimulus. Give you more of an opportunity to really start to draw your attention inwards. Once you've done one hand, work your way towards the other. Starting maybe with a little finger, working your way through, just giving those hands a bit of TLC. And giving the hands a shake, almost as if you are brushing water off them. Shake out the wrists. Maybe bring it all the way up to the shoulders. And then bring your hands onto your knees, maybe in your lap, wherever is comfortable. And again, keeping your eyes closed if that feels comfortable, otherwise maybe lowered. Start to bring your gaze over your right shoulder. Chin working its way towards the right. Feel that nice stretch through the left side of the neck. Roll the chin down towards the chest. Roll over towards the left, so gaze is over the left shoulder. Again, feeling that stretch through the right side. Start to notice where your breath is at. Is it in the chest? Are you breathing deep down into the belly? Take another roll the chin. Work your way over. Gaze towards the right shoulder. Again, just play with that opening. Maybe you're tilting the top of the head. Maybe you're drawing the chin right over the shoulder. Keep broad across the chest. Keep long through the back of the neck. Roll back towards the chin and come back to the left side again. Maybe you're tilting the head away from you. Maybe you're drawing your chin close to that left shoulder. Just feel what feels right for you. What gives you a bit of a release. And slowly make your way back to center, chin to your chest. Your next inhale, slowly start to lift the chin. Bring your hands to the belly, underneath the belly button. Just take 3 really deep breaths. Draw that breath right down deep into the belly. Feel the hands rise and fall with that breath. Belly expands with your inhale. And exhale, soften. Soften the jaw, the space in between the eyebrows. Start to bring your hands to your knees. And come back to that breath. Continue with that belly breath. Really focusing on the base, your foundations, the weight, the heaviness in the hips and the thighs. Almost feeling a lightness in the chest. Breathing in and out through the nose. On your next inhale, start to bring your arms overhead. Reach your fingers towards the sky. Again, hips, thighs are really heavy. Think of lifting your ribs away from the pelvis. Shoulders, maybe they're coming up towards the ears. Take whatever feels nice. Shine your heart towards the sky. Take one more breath. And on your exhale, take a twist over the right shoulder. Right hand is coming behind you. Left hand on top of right knee or thigh. And breathe into that twist. Think of twisting from the base of the spine. So belly spirals followed by chest. The head is the last thing to follow. Take one more breath. Inhale, de-rotate back to center, reach fingers high. Exhale over the left shoulder this time. Left hand behind you, right hand maybe is on top of left knee. Maybe left thigh. Again, keep long through the back of the neck. Think of the spine growing tall, finding space between the vertebrae before you find that twist. Thighs, hips are heavy. Take one more breath. On your next inhale, de-rotate, sweep fingers high. And take your fingers behind you. Come onto the fingertips and lift the heart space. Bring your focus towards the pelvis. Start to tilt the pelvis forward, almost as if it was a bowl and you're spilling water out in front of you. Maybe you're staying here, sticking with that. Chin starts to draw in towards the chest. As you drop the head, maybe you start to walk fingertips out in front of you. So coming wherever feels most comfortable in your body. And breathing there. Try and let go of the head and neck if you can. Almost feeling as if any thoughts, any worries, just dripping off the crown of the head. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk your fingertips back. Again, you can keep the eyes closed if that feels comfortable. Start to swap over the legs. So take your opposite and shin in front. On your inhale again, sweep fingers high, lift the chest, legs, pelvis heavy, find space. Again, we're finding that twist over the right shoulder. Right fingers behind you, left hand, maybe on the thigh, the knee. Broad across the chest, collarbones are broad. Lift the backs of the ears. Inhale, de-rotate. Reach fingers high. And exhale, twist over the left shoulder. Broad across the chest. Feel the breath in all four directions. The front, the side body, the back body. And inhale, work your way back. This time, take fingers behind you, either interclasp the fingers or take hold of opposite elbow and inhale to lift the heart space. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other behind you. Maybe you're squeezing the palms together. Maybe you'll feel as if you're energetically dragging your fingertips apart. Maybe a slight lift of the chest. Take one more breath. And again, working towards that forward fold. Maybe you're taking arms overhead. If that's not comfortable, then again, coming onto fingertips behind the hips, tilt the pelvis forward and feel almost as if you're spilling water out in front of you. Again, soften through the head and neck, chin to your chest. Let any thoughts just drip, melt away. And inhale from wherever you are, start to walk your fingertips back. Reach fingers high and exhale, bring hands to sides. Slowly start to blink the eyes open. Start to move your brick or your cushion and make your way towards your child's pose. So taking whatever your version is of a child's pose, knees can be really wide, torso is working its way towards the mat. If you need to bring the mat closer to you to find that connection between the forehead and the ground, then you can slide a brick underneath the forehead, maybe a bit of support under the bum with a brick or a cushion. Find someone you find supported. Take a really deep inhale into the back of the body. Feel space between every single rib. And exhale, soften. Bum to heels. Release any clenching in the jaw, any space in between the eyebrows. Take one more breath. And on your next inhale, slowly start to walk your fingertips towards the left side. Walk your right hand and place it on top of the left. Find a stretch through the right side body. Again, hips, thighs, heavy. Allow fingertips almost to lengthen away from you. Find space between that right side. And inhale, work your way back. This time walking fingers over towards the right side. Left hand follows, sits on top of right. Find length through the left side body. Hips are heavy. Find space between every rib. One more breath. And inhale to work your way back to center. Start to rise. Find your tabletop. So draw the knees underneath the hips. Shoulders over the top of ribs. And on your inhale, start to work through a couple of cat-cows. Start with a tilt of the pelvis, ripple through the spine and shine your heart forward. On your exhale, round through the back, scoop the belly in, drop the head and neck. On your inhale, start with that tilt of the pelvis, ripple through the spine, shine your heart towards the front of the room. Head and neck is an extension of the spine. And round, keep pressing tops of the feet, hands into the mat, drop the head and neck. Take one more at your own pace. Take it as indulgently as feels right. Just take a moment to work through whatever feels nice from here. So whether that's sitting bum towards your heels, whether that's spiraling the ribs, take a couple of breaths to move intuitively. And take this time to notice. Notice anywhere that maybe feels spacious, anywhere maybe feels tight, you can feel some tension. And again, the option to close your eyes, to remove any visual cues, really forcing you to notice what's going on within the body. And slowly start to come back to stillness. Walk the knees back underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. You're going to start to walk your fingertips forward. Hips are over the knees here. Start to walk your fingertips forward and melt your heart towards the mat. Maybe you're sliding a cushion underneath the chest, the chin, the face. Feel that really strong heart opener right underneath the armpits, right underneath the shoulders. Try and stay on the fingertips, lift the palms, actively opening through the armpits. And breathe. Every exhale, release. Can you soften? Take one more breath. And inhale, slowly start to walk your fingertips back. Come back to that tabletop and bring your seat back to your child's pose. Bum to heels. Reach your fingertips out in front. On your inhale, start to rise. Walk your knees underneath the hips. And you're going to come through an angry cat, rounding through the spine, and slowly start to melt your hips, your belly, your chest onto the mat. On your inhale, hands underneath the armpits, press into tops of the feet, squeeze the glutes and lift the heart space. Find a low cobra. Exhale, start to lower the chest to the mat, press into the hands and find your way back through to your child's pose. Twice more, just like that. On your inhale, find your angry cat, that rounding through the spine, and on your next exhale, your hips are going to start to melt into the mat. Belly melts, chest melts. Find your way onto your front. Inhale, start with pressing the tops of the feet. Feel that energy drawn up all the way from the toes. Squeeze the glutes, lift the heart space. And exhale, melt. Press back to meet into your child's pose. Once more, inhale, almost wave-like motion, rounding through the back, slowly lowering the hips, the belly, the chest. And inhale again, we rise, press into the tops of the feet. Lift the heart space. Exhale to lower. Press into hands. Find your child's pose. On your next inhale, you're going to find your way to your downward facing dog. So as always, whenever we come to our mat, we're treating your body as if it's new. So spread the fingers wide, take it really slowly, tuck the toes under, and just pause for a moment with the knees lifted, driving into the toes, press into the hands, feel the whole circumference of the core start to work, and then drive your tailbone towards the sky. Start to melt your heart towards the thighs. And take a moment here to take whatever feels intuitive. Maybe you're walking out through the heels, take a deep bend in the right knee and deep bend in the left knee. Maybe rocking onto the outside edges of the feet, feeling a little twist in the hips. And finally start to make your way towards stillness. Find that really solid, firm foundation through the hands. Spread the fingers wide. Soften through the elbows, draw biceps towards each other. Feel that broadness across the back. Let go of the head and neck. Shake the head no, nod the head yes. And tilt your tailbone towards the sky. Find a bit of space in between the side waist. Take one more breath. On your next inhale, you're going to ripple forward towards that high plank, shoulders over the wrists. Squeeze the glutes, find a slight rounding of the upper back, and press your heels away. Take another breath. On your next inhale, you're going to bend through the knees. Knees are hovering away from the mat, pressing bum towards the heels, and you're going to find your way back to your downward facing dog. Twice more with those little ripples. On your inhale, you're rising forward, rocking forward into your high plank. And exhale, bend through the knees. Knees can always drop to the mat, otherwise they hover. As you press bum to heels, make your way back to your downward facing dog. Last time, inhale. Exhale, press into hands, bum to heels, downward facing dog. Take a breath. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk your feet towards the front of your mat. Find your forward fold and take a moment here. Feet can be wide, maybe taking hold of opposite elbows. Drop through the head and neck, shake the head no, nod the head yes. And take a bend in the left knee. Walk the right hand under the face, press into the right fingers and lift the left fingers away. Feel that nice stretch through the shoulders, the torso. Gaze follows if you can. And exhale to lower, bend through both knees. This time, straighten the right knee. Keep that bend in the left. Keep your left hand pressing into the mat. Lift through the right. Feel that nice opening stretch through the ribs, and exhale, come back to center, soften both knees, press into the feet and slowly start to draw the body up. Stacking vertebrae upon vertebrae, keep the chin into the chest until the last moment. Coming into your Tadasana at the front of your mat. Whatever Tadasana, whatever version of your Tadasana works for you, where the big toes are to touch or feet hip distance apart, it is totally up to you. Take a really deep inhale, close the eyes for a moment. Find your connection with the mat. And blink the eyes open on your next inhale. Sweep the arms up high, gaze to fingers. On your exhale, soften, forward fold. On your inhale, find a halfway lift. Maybe hands are on shins, maybe on knees. Draw the belly in, lengthen through the back of the neck, and exhale to fold. Inhale, press into feet, becoming back through to standing. Sweep arms up high. Exhale, hands to sides, Tadasana, just like that. Inhale, press into feet, sweep arms up high, gaze to fingers. On your exhale, soften the knees, swan dive. Find your way to that forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, moving with softness. And exhale to fold. Inhale, press into feet, coming back through to standing, just starting to ring out your day. Sweep the arms up high. Exhale, hands to sides, Tadasana. 1, Surya Namaskara A. On your inhale, press into feet. Sweep arms up high. Exhale to soften knees, lift the hips as you fold over the thighs. Inhale to find your halfway lift. And exhale to plant the hands. Take a big step back with the right foot, big step back with the left. Take a moment in your plank. Feel the core firing, feel that heat building, a slight rounding through the shoulders. Draw the belly button in, press heels away from you, squeeze the glutes. Take one more breath. And drop the knees if you need to. Inhale, lift the gaze. Kick off the toes, bring your weight into your fingers. And exhale to lower. Squeeze elbows in towards the ribs. Lower belly and chest at the same time. As you inhale, roll over the toes, press the tops of the feet. Find that low cobra. Squeeze the glutes, elbows in towards each other. And exhale, hands under the armpits, press back. And take a moment in your child's pose. Take a big breath into the back of the body. Feel the heat from the vinyasas. And slowly start to bring your right arm and thread it underneath your left armpit. Your right cheek is going to work its way towards your mat. Just feel that twist through the shoulders, the side body. Take one more breath, starting to lengthen your exhales. Working your way back to center, both arms outstretched, and this time left hand, thread it under the right armpit. Start to work your way towards the left cheek. Take a moment. With every exhale, soften. Release any tension, any gripping. Soften your gaze. And slowly start to make your way back to center. Finding your way back to your child's pose. Big inhale. Big exhale. And slowly start to walk your fingers in towards the knees. Just going to start to lift the torso, find your way to your seat. Just take a moment here with the eyes closed. Bring hands in prayer at heart center. Just drop your chin to your chest for a moment. Lift the heart. Press the thumbs into the sternum. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me. I hope to practice with you again. I hope you enjoyed it. Any comments, let me know. Any questions or any requests.